Guys, Mozeen here, and if you thought some of my Valkyrie guides were awesome, just wait till you see bowlers in action. So if you've watched some of my other videos, you know I've been working on these lately. I'm going to show you several farming raids and a couple war raids I've been using for 3-star bowler attacks. So let's go to my attack log here. You can see about half of my attacks I'm 3-starring. And I'm in Champion League 3 is where I prefer to farm, but I've been working my way up. I'm near Champion League 1 right now. So you can see it. The way I'm starting with my raids is I'm funneling with golems and wizards, so pretty standard. Golem and giant in my clan castle on the other side there. And go the troops, wall breakers to get into the first level of walls. Drop my heroes, make sure I have a wide funnel. And then I use 2 jumps to get me into the base, and then I just drop all of my bowlers right in the general area where I want them to go into the base. And so first jump is down there. Bases like this, where all the buildings are really close together, are prime targets for bowler raids. The closer together the buildings, the better. So you can see I use the Grand Warden ability early on when I have the most bowlers alive to benefit from it while they're still within range of the Grand Warden, and hopefully when they're getting close to those Infernos. Then the second jump I kind of save it and see which direction the bowlers are going. Here they went straight south, and so I used it on that south corner there to get the bowlers through, and you can see I have a queen. I do put in 2 healers following the queen. You know, if you watch my videos, I'm a big fan of healer walks, but the army I've standardized on here is not using a healer walk. I just add 2 healers behind the heroes and the bowlers. So nice 3-star here. I'll show you a couple more. I think in total I will show 3 of my farming attacks and then 2 war attacks. So I'll show this one here. And when I'm farming, this is a very dark elixir intensive raid, and I'm actually trying to save up for my minion upgrade. So I am actually trying to build dark elixir using this farming strategy. So I'm only trying to attack bases with over 4,000 dark elixir available. So again, creating the funnel there, drop the heroes, drop the 2 healers behind the heroes, and in go the bowlers. The wall breakers made a nice opening for me. I use a rage early, and here I'm attacking kind of far away from the Infernos. So there I popped the Grand Warden ability a little bit early, actually. I like to pop it early, but on this particular raid, a little too early because it was before they were within range of the Infernos, and I had already taken out the Eagle artillery. So there wasn't actually a lot of danger for my bowlers early on in the raid. And if you noticed, about a third to a half of my bowlers went around that left side of the base. So like I said, I always save that second jump spell for later in the raid, so I can base it on what's happening. And here I chose to put it over there along with my last rage to get those bowlers going back into the base. And in they go, and they're going to clear out a lot of that inside of the base for me to help polish off the 3-star. See, Archer Queen still has a healer on her. And again, nice 3-star. Saved the Archer Queen's ability there, so she's able to escape the expo. That's the cleanup. One more farming raid, and then I'll show you a couple of war raids. My war raids aren't going quite as well as I would have liked, but I'll show you how close I was to 3 stars on 2 of my raids. Okay, so this is a nice base for a funnel here. Not too many buildings on the outside of the base, and a nice wide open pocket there for the bowlers to go into. So only one way the bowlers are going to go on this way, on this attack. You can see that jump spell. So there's a 6 spaces between the 2 walls there, so you can actually jump over the 2 bases. That's as wide of an angle as you can, as wide of a gap that you can jump over 2 walls with 1 jump spell. And I think it's really important to use the 2 jump spells. I still see so many people using 4 earthquake spells, and I just don't understand it. I think that's a 2-star strategy to use the 4 earthquakes and weaken up some of the defenses in there in hopes that you soften up the core and can finish off the core before your troops die. With 2 jumps, that sets you up to get into the base and also back out of the base to keep clearing more and to finish off the 3-star and at least go for the 3-star if you're confident in a good 2-star attack with your army. Okay, all the heroes are still up and finishing off the base. We'll speed it up and then I'll show you a couple war attacks. So I'm still pretty new at this. I need to have some more success with my war attacks than I've had so far, but I'm pretty confident I'll get there based on the farming. Another thing to note is that the one type of base I'm not attacking is square bases. So if you want to see some square base attacks, check out my other video. I'll put a link to it here. But I use Valkyries for that. I think there are some good square base strategies with bowlers. Sorry, with more bowlers and more healers. So I think it's like 5 or 6 healers and then all bowlers. And you basically spread them out along one side and go in that way. And I might play with that some, but I actually like having a golem in my composition just because a golem lets me do donations to the clan. So I like having a golem available. A lot of people request golems. This is a really common type of base, and I have had a ton of success against this base with bowlers. I think this base was just built just for bowlers. So in this particular one, I noticed that this expo was pretty far out, which is uncommon for this type of base. And they also have quite a few buildings on the outside that I didn't want my bowlers to get hung up on. So I actually did start out with a queen walk here. So I went back to my old queen walk. We'll go through that because I knew she could take out that expo. So there she gets that. A lot of defenses she's taking out, so I did have to use her ability. And then the one spot where I really went wrong here is I knew she was going to pull the clan castle, but I used that rage too late, and she actually went down there. So then I'm creating the funnel, wall breakers going, that's fine. I have poisons on the clan castle troops. Just like normal, drop the heroes, drop the bowlers. In they go. This is a 2 jump spell raid for sure. So 1 on that corner, and then 1 on the inside corner near the town hall, and then a rage early. The Grand Warden's ability early protects them from that massive initial impact from the defenses. A couple more rages go down, and you can see this base is toast. And once the bowlers are in there, just watch how they clear up. Since everything is two buildings deep, they just go right along and clean up 2 buildings, 2 buildings, 2 buildings, and clear those whole sections out, those whole compartments. So that's why this base, hopefully you're not using this base still. It's so easy to 3-star with bowlers. Unfortunately, I didn't 3-star it here. So a couple of things. My queen went down. I should have probably saved a wizard. A lot of times I try to save a wizard or 2 if I don't need them to make the funnel. Here I don't have a spare wizard at the end. Queen went down. And then I'll show you one other thing that's kind of funny. I mean, the Grand Warden does what he's supposed to do, but watch this here. So all the bowlers are up here. Grand Warden's actually targeted on that drill, but as the bowlers turn around, once the hole down here in the wall is made, the Grand Warden takes himself off of that Dark Elixir drill to follow the bowlers. And I think he might have had time to have taken out that drill if he had stayed on it. So very close to a 3-star, high 99% on that attack. Here's a 97% attack. Again, very close. In this, I'm just using the standard farming composition that I showed you earlier on all 3 of my first attacks. Let's get this going here. Okay, so I'm creating a funnel from this southeast side. 2 golems there on the wall. Wall breakers go into the middle. Have a nice funnel created. In go the heroes, the healers, and then in go the bowlers. I'm going to use a jump, and notice that I did not put that jump spell on the corner. They could have gotten into the compartment with the Inferno that's hitting them right now, but I did not want my bowlers to go into that compartment. I wanted them specifically in this compartment because there they can take out both Infernos and the Eagle Artillery from that compartment. So that was a key part of this raid. Another jump spell on the opposite side to get my bowlers through. And things are going pretty well here. A lot of bowlers still alive, but a lot of cleanup to do around the outside edges and high-level walls that a lot of my bowlers are working on. So speed it up a bit. You can see my Archer Queen just went down, but she polished off a lot of the remaining buildings there. The Grand Warden's going to do quite a bit of damage. Just not quite enough troops left to finish this one off, especially when they're dealing with those higher level walls. So that happens. You know, you do need a little bit of luck to get your 3 stars sometimes. It always helps. Didn't quite have enough gusto to finish this one off. So if you do want to see some 3-star war attacks, I had a great video of actually the opposing team's attacks on our bases where they got a ton of 3-star attacks. So check out that video. Thanks for watching. As always, please subscribe to my video if you like what you saw. It would help me out a lot, and leave any positive comments if you liked what you saw or if you have other bowler compositions that you'd like to share with everyone. Thanks for watching, guys.